cam is doing the thing that it likes to do again. Let me, before we get going here, turn that off. Adjust that. I don't know why it does this. Drives me nuts though. Alright. There we go. So, last time we left off here in Elpis, I have since put on the proper glamour. I figured if I put the coat on when I was in Garlemald, I should put this on for in here. So, we're going to go head back up here and continue where we left off. Okay, so she's going to play into that emotion aspect that we've been hearing a little bit about. Okay, I'll take a little tour here. This isn't terribly unlike the Alligans, right? How they would experiment and stuff. What are my chocobos doing here? What what is happening here? Is that a shoe bill? Oh no. Is this are they gonna explain the shoe bill thing now? Is this gonna be like a plot device for our shoe bill friend? Weird. Okay. I wonder if this is tied to the echo somehow. I mean... Blocked it out. Interesting. This fucking shoe bill, man. I wonder if the shoe bill is Emmett Selk's familiar. Weird. It's interesting that you just say tell her what you like instead of like having an option to like pick something. Candy apples confirmed. We know that they exist now. In case anybody was wondering. Dude, that candy apple knowledge is going to save the world. Just you wait. Maybe we can get rid of Birdie for now. Don't think we'll need Warkington. Hey, Stargazer, how you doing? Interesting. This is going to be like such a massive lore dump area. Oh, elemental sprites? I'm gonna feed them. That's wild. They're like working on making Goobus. That's wild.
Amazing, is it not? The Ampelos, one of our newest subjects. So, how are we coming along?
Oh, there's the flower.
This place is Elpis. Those flowers. Elpis. Entelekis. Like me.
They are a product of Elpis, and so named for their birthplace. A happy accident, born of the hands of a former researcher who loved beautiful blossoms. Unique for how they change color, to reflect the emotional state of those nearby. Though be it here or elsewhere, they are seldom seen in any hue save purest white.
It's been good so far. I think some of the stuff towards the end of the Thavner arc was really like getting me emotional. But this is like where I am now is pretty wild. Was not expecting this kind of setting.
Reflect the emotional state, you say? By what means do they achieve this?
In creation, there exists an energy wholly apart from ether, one driven by emotions. In like manner to how we manipulate ether, this flower is subject to the influence of said energy. While it has no will of its own, it is sensitive to the prevailing emotion in the vicinity, and reacts by altering its color and vibrancy.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feeling.
Akasha. Though I'm not familiar with the term, your description suggests it is the self-same energy.
To be continued. Oh. Okay.
Dynamis, we call it.
That's a term.
And those entities like the Elpis flower that have the ability to interact with this energy, converting emotions into tangible phenomena, are Entelekis.
That's me! That's me! An Enteleki!
That's kind of a funny name.
That you are, my dear. And no ordinary one at that, but the first possessed of free will.
Wait. A form of energy other than ether? Dynamis? I've never heard of such a thing.
Hardly surprising. Dynamis cannot be seen, much less felt.
Same face model of Reen? I don't know. Is it? I'd have
Though
to
its
see it
existence
again.
has long been theorized, we had no proof until the flower's serendipitous creation. What's more, Dynamis is far weaker than ether. Under normal circumstances, its effects are drowned out by the latter, on account of which, beings comprised of and reliant upon the ether, like you and I, are unable to make practical use of dynamis. 'Tis a truly esoteric thing, known to but a select few scholars.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they recycled some animations.
Intriguing. Then, given the limitations you described, why create Meteon?
Our star, Aetheris, is especially rich in ether, so much so that its name is derived from it.
Okay.
However, when we consider all energy in existence here and in the vast space beyond, dynamis may account for as much as 68.3%.
How do you get that number?
More abundant form by far. Were we able to control it, we could open the door to limitless possibilities. 'Tis not unlike a gently flowing stream, unable to break through the dam of ether barring its path. But if we could imbue the stream with the vigor of a raging river... Not that I have such grand ambitions. Nay, I merely wish to create a being that could traverse the great expanse.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Reen's face or not. I think Reen's is more elongated. Yeah, server queues and stuff are nuts right now.
The relative scarcity of ether beyond the bounds of this star was a concern. And so, I looked to another source of energy by necessity.
That being dynamis. No wonder her ether is so thin.
Precisely.
Yours is thin too. Like an enteleki. Like me. So... are we the same?
Oh, I ate the orange carrot. I went for the normal one. I mean, I like all of these. Seriously, that's amazing. I love that they put that hitchhiker's nod in there. That's funny. I'm gonna do this one.
Well, aren't we ungrateful? Mayhap I should revert you to the pathetic, faded thing you were.
A deficit of ether alone does not an enteleki make. It would, however, make it easier for you to interact with dynamis. And limited though its influence may be, this quality could prove the difference between victory and defeat. You do well not to underestimate it. Oh dear, I'd forgotten about the poor fellow. You must excuse me a moment while I go and verify a few more things.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm just about 87, I think. Yeah, there's been some really cool reference. Yeah, I'm like almost halfway through 87 right now. Oh, dude, it was awesome. I loved it. Like, I didn't know, like, we knew this area, right? We saw the concept art for it, but, like, we had no idea what it was going to be. So that was very surprising that, like, it ended up being this kind of a thing. It's very cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait either. It's gonna be crazy. We'll do this coming Saturday will be the first one since launch or since early access, so that'll be just kind of initial hands-on. Hopefully, week after that will be review spoiler cast, and then after that we have like 2 lore casts planned because we're gonna need some time to to take through all this stuff. Hopefully, 2's enough even. Yeah, it'll be how our normal kind of setup for that stuff. And the holidays, yeah. So I think we'll be able to get everything. Let me see. Was it? We might, yeah. You know, we might actually. I think Lorecast is after New Year's, if I remember that right. Like we already got guests for booking like in February too. Like we have so much stuff coming up. It's nuts. That's funny. Yeah, there will be a lot to talk about for sure. Friends in thinness. Jeez. Trib this. So name makes me think it'd be a Kraken, but let's see. There's been some interesting names for some of these guys. Oh, it's one of these things. Okay. He's like... this one's like radioactive or something. Ether currents are spoiled? Weird. Yeah, I saw that. And then we still have to collect like 1 million of them for Endwalker. That's all right. That's fine. It helps people get caught up a little quicker. Like, it, you know, not the end of the world. it's cool to be able to see a little bit more of their relationship with this this area. What? Oh my gosh, why do I have to go to... Oh gosh. That's funny. Alright. Yeah, when I first logged in yesterday, I was in Charlene and I saw somebody with it, like in the annex, and I was just like, well, damn. So I'm definitely, yeah, I have it set up as a glamour plate, so I'm gonna, before I go to like any of the towns, I'm gonna be good and try and remember to unglam it. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, like, you know, it's cool to get the outfit, right? I wish they had a way, and maybe they just don't have the system architecture for it or whatever, right? To just be like, if you're in this zone and you're like on this series of quests, just like force a glamour on you. You know, maybe they don't want to like force appearance changes to players, which I get, you know. I don't know. It might be an interesting question to ask, but I feel like that's also one of those, like, I'm more like interested in like the development aspect of certain decisions, right? So it's like, I don't know if everybody else would want to hear that, but yeah, it's definitely something to consider. Oh boy. This is funny. Come on, buddy, please.
No, no, no. You are not foisting this nonsense on me.
I'm given to understand you have the power to help the Charybdis, and should be quite willing to do so. And so I appeal to your better nature, most benevolent Emet-Selch. Please teach her to fly.
Or else Hermes will transform. Right now.
Now, there's no need
Oh,
to
class
quite
change.
that far.
Okay.
Altruism is its own reward, as I'm sure he would agree.
Oh, would he now? And who contrived to put me in this position, pray tell?
I think I'd warp to like my house, because there's usually not anyone in front of my house. If I need to swap the glam out, that's probably what I would do.
Nothing so devious. I merely suggested a possible course of action.
We're all like ganging up on him.
Please, Emet-Selch. Please.
How can you say no to that?
I did not come all this way to play nursemaid to your creations. I thank you to remember this favor and let it be the last.
Oh, hey, we've seen that mount.
I will aid it once it has taken to the air. It falls to you to shepherd it skyward.
Well, let's relax and enjoy the spectacle, shall we?
Yeah, let's dish on Emmett Silk while we watch. It's interesting that that's the mount that they decided to give him. I'm curious why that mount in particular. Are they trying to sell some deluxe upgrades, or?
You were wondering why Emmett Selk joined the convocation. Truth be told, he wasn't the first choice for the office. I was, on the strength of my ability to see ether. But I declined the offer. For though my vision is exceptional, I am pedestrian in all other aspects. Worse even, quite abysmal when it comes to manipulating ether, for example. Couldn't transform even if I had a mind to do so.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
What good is the ability to perceive a problem if one cannot act to address it? Emmett Selk has no such shortcomings. He excels in vision and manipulation both, the latter to an extraordinary degree. If there is a mage more powerful, I do not know of them. Thus did I recommend him for the office in my stead. And I wasn't the only one. Far from it. Countless others vouched for his skill and character. People the world over, to whom he had previously lent a helping hand. Oh, how surprised he was. Claimed he hadn't done anything remarkable for anyone. Modest to a fault. He deserved every bit of acclaim he received. Yet he may well have gone unappreciated were it not for a mutual friend. A singular soul who can't help but involve himself in the business of others. Where he walks, excitement is certain to follow. His antics irritate Emmett Selk to no end. But much of his grumbling stems from genuine concern.
Gee, I wonder who that could be.
When our friend calls, he never fails to answer and lend his talents. And in the course of doing so, he himself came to be recognized and respected by those around him. They are truly remarkable individuals, and I'm proud to call them friends. To help them realize their dreams. This will be my greatest contribution to our world.
I mean, that's... who knows? It's an interesting
And when
observation.
they have fulfilled their respective purposes, so too shall I have fulfilled mine, and together we may return to the star. Look at me, spilling my innermost secrets. I can't seem to help it with you. I can only assume it is due to the color of your soul. I just don't understand how you can be so alike and yet so different.
Well done, my pet. Well done!
Ah, yes. I dare say the Charybdis will be fine here on. Why don't you go and signal to Emmett Selk? Let him know that his arduous task is at an end.
Oh, yeah, I'll be really curious to see what theories are proven, you know, right and wrong, for sure. Oh, that's interesting. You can't actually target him, but you just wave on the spot, I guess. I thought we'd fight him later too. I was hoping we'd knock out Xenos earlier on. So that kind of I wanted to get rid of Xenos and just move on. I still do. But I'm sure we'll deal with that later. At least we got rid of Fan Daniel early on. I've been wanting to get rid of Xenos ever since like he died and like came back. I was just like, oh my gosh. It's been so drawn out. And then we like ignored him for almost an entire expansion because we went to the first. Yeah, the music has been fantastic in this expansion so far. I think the boat scene really got me. Like one of the one of the first cutscenes we get. I don't think that I did, actually. Oh, get on my mountain. I'm like, why won't it fly? Oh, yeah. New area. Though I also have my my battle music stuff like off. Carrot Zone. Okay, yeah, I have it so that like the BGM doesn't get overwritten by the battle music. But at some point I'll turn that off. Okay. Usually it's all like repetitive, so I'm like I'd rather just listen to the new like BGM and stuff. We got at least one Aether Current quest that popped here. Assuming just one. This is like one of those areas where it's like, okay, I kind of want to do like all these little quests because the amount of lore that could be buried in these is nuts. Yggdrasil. Oh, cool. Like a Yggdrasil. Yeah, Yggdrasil. I can't talk. That's pretty wild looking. I wonder if that there was like a Yggdrasil in 11. I wonder if the model is borrowed from that at all. It's been a long time since I played 11 though, so. Yeah, we've got the bulk of stuff I think added, but we got a lot of fine tuning to do. So it'll take time, but we'll get it done. Oh, there's another Aetherite over here too, it looks like. I appreciate that the middle areas don't have weird like geographical like splits and cliffs and stuff. Like you can just go everywhere. It's always weird like going to an area and then like not being able to like see half the map and then coming back like later in the story. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how much tuning I'll have to do once I get into crafting and gathering later on. I think my plan now is I'll get MSQ done on Dragoon, get Machinist leveled up, and then I might go back and do Reaper, work on grinding fates and all that. We got Halo launching tomorrow too. It's like there's so much to do. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, we covered all the changes, but I haven't gone quite through all of them with like a fine-tooth comb yet. So I know the stuff that I've played personally has been really good so far, though. Let's go ahead and attune to this Aetherite here. I also appreciate that this zone is just like, yeah, we'll just let you attune to the Aetherite, when like all the other zones are like, no, you can't do it yet. We won't let you. Like, I just want to attune. Yeah, I love Dragoon is really cool because you can just weave in and out of single and AoE combos. Like, it feels really good. No, there we go. We found our guy. Yeah, I wish it was like still zone music somewhere. Like there's a part of me that's like, oh man, it just got like thrown in as like cutscene music. But at least like we have it back, you know, instead of like just 1.0 and then like never hearing it again. So this is one of my favorite tracks in 1.0. It's so good. She's having some feels here. Right, cookies and head pats. The fix for everything. Oops. Okay, let's go get the mana flower. I just love the idea later of just like theoretically like hundreds of Asm familiars just flying around and just slaughtering the wildlife and fates and hunts. Like oh, that sounds hilarious. All the Amortines are like, what the fuck? Asm, what are you doing? That's a good like Koji question if we ever get talk to Koji again for lore purposes. That's like a good, like, that'd be like a good comic for any artists out there. I appreciate that these don't aggro. Yeah, let's give him a Marlboro. I thought you were upset, so we got you an entire Marlboro. Oh boy. Okay, fine. Yeah, there's been I've liked some of the flavor text too. I like the stuff they added to belts. The shiny thing over here, that is a bird in Suzaku Barding. Oh, you mean the thing on the ground. I'm surprised that like this wasn't like the first thought to go back and like pick one of those Elpis flowers. Those were all really good options, but okay. Interesting. It's like, can you make yourself cry in front of Hermes? It's just like cry on command. That's like what she's asking me to do. Yeah, sure. Easy. So we roll through the field of potentially poisonous flowers on our motorcycle, which I'm sure is fantastic for the environment. With the same thought, going through Labyrinthos, everybody's on their motorcycles polluting the air. It's like, oh, well, we were gonna be able to take everything in here and go to the moon, but...
Hermes!
Oh, you were waiting for me.
You've finished talking?
Yes, we've come to a decision. My thanks for keeping Meteon company.
Every Wednesday will be Hawaiian Shirt Wednesday. After we create Hawaii.
The have already retired to their rooms. There is room for you too, if you would follow me.
Wait! I want to show you something first.
She like punches me in the stomach and makes me turn the flowers black.
Elpis flowers?
I'm surprised we didn't just like pick one.
Go on.
Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies. That's not black.
You're not the only one, Hermes. Others feel sad too. You're not alone.
I see Meteon has shared much with you. May we talk a moment?
Oh my gosh, you have a face. Oh, that's cool. I literally got one of those minions from like the first loot box I opened from the Grand Company stuff.
I do not think it wrong that we live for the star, that we strive to make it a better place. And yet, in carrying out my duties here, there are times when I am plagued by doubt. Do you recall what Hythlodaeus said when we first spoke of my nomination? Death is the privilege of those who have fulfilled their purpose, a choice they embrace of their own free will, and when they depart, it is always beautiful. Perhaps it is, but only for man. Creations that he deems useless are discarded with nary a second thought.
I wonder why they picked like that
Some scarcely
little
born
animal.
into the world, afforded a handful of breaths before life and potential are abruptly extinguished. We make an effort to spare them the pain, but they sense what awaits. Rage and anguish and cower and fear, and it is not beautiful. Yet no one cares. No one. So fixated are we upon the duty that we do not pause to question the method. Pain and suffering, confusion and despair, writ plain in the eyes of those poor creatures. Yet no one sees. We turn a blind eye and carry on in blissful ignorance. Naught amiss. And always, always the blossoms shine pure and white. A contradiction so blatant I could scream, want to scream. How can you all accept this aberration? And I wonder, am I the aberration for thinking thus? And I am filled with dread. But now I know I'm not alone. Not the only one for whom the flowers weep. I won't ask what you thought as you kneeled beside the Elpis, or if you only did it at Meteon's insistence. Nevertheless, I thank you. To know that you too have experienced suffering is a comfort. Lest you misunderstand, I derive no pleasure from your pain. It's just the fact that you are still here in spite of your suffering gives me heart. The stars in the heavens. Know you what they are? Though it is too far to tell, each glittering light could be a world not unlike Aetheris. A world filled with life. So many stars, so many lives. For us, there may be no higher purpose than to live for our world. But what of the other living beings out there? What is it that gives their lives meaning? That drives them day after day after day? To pose that question to our undiscovered cousins, I created beings of Dynamis, who can traverse the vast emptiness between the stars. Meteion and her sisters. Aye, sisters. She has a great many of them. And they have already departed on their journey, traveling to one star and then the next in search of life.
Interesting.
As one might expect, exploration on such a grand scale is rife with difficulties, and thus far I've naught to show for.
I wonder if one of them lands on the
But I
Dragon
have
Star.
faith that we will make some manner of discovery ere long. And when we do, I should be glad to share our findings with you, in gratitude for your kindness. It's getting rather late. We had best find our beds. It would not do for both of us to be sleep-deprived on the morrow. Come, Meteion. Let us head back.
All right!
Okay, what was that? She sensed something up there. I'll be really curious to see what these are. Really? Thought I gave him a wide enough berth to not aggro him. Behem? No. Oh, they're like Fenrir's. Oh, he's not looking too good. Hmm.
Now.
Oh yeah, that's like a caduceus staff. That's cool.
Forgive me. Please, forgive me. May you and your kin find peace. Wherever your souls may drift in the underworld, may you find tranquil seas. Be not forgotten. In concept endure. To reclaim form and one day live again.
I mean, we've seen
Serve not the star, or any purpose save your own.
these kind of
Live again,
models before. I'll be curious
if that be your desire.
if they explain Fenrir somehow with this. Maybe not. That might be going a little too far. Maybe in the side quest or something.
Hate, if that be your want. We are worthy. But leave your suffering behind. Lay down your burdens, be born anew. Fly high. Fly free.
Join the convocation, Hermes. You do not belong here.
Leave to replace another. To be replaced. It changes nothing. Tell me, do you think it right that we sacrifice all these lives for the sake of the star? And when the star has reached perfection, what then? If all who are satisfied choose to die, shall we all die in satisfaction? I do not know. Were I to take up the seat of Van Daniel, it would be tantamount
to approving my predecessor's death. I do not know if it is right. And to be torn by such thoughts, I do not know if I am fit to represent mankind.
Hermes! Please don't be angry. It hurts so.
Forgive me. If you would still consider me in spite of everything, I beg some time to gather my thoughts. Meanwhile, Hythlodaeus, I fear I must trouble you to attend to the others.
'Tis no trouble at all. Take as long as you require.
And you, my friend, I pray you find that which you seek.
I expect we have some few matters to discuss. Shall we return to the 12 Wonders for a time?
Aye.
I'd also be curious to see how that got its name, right? The 12 Wonders. Like, the initial thought goes to, like, the 12, but they shouldn't exist, probably, right? Oh, another part of Elpis. Okay. Oh, we're probably going to the other island over there now. That would make sense. Great minds think alike. That's one of those things, like, they could easily just, like, throw a sentence into one of these side quests to do. Like, that's why I think this is going to be, like, one of those areas to, like, do all the side quests for. Because there's just, they can really just sneak a lot of stuff into here. Even, like, with just bubble text from just, like, characters just, like, standing around. Like... Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. You know, I did a few here and there starting off, but, like, I just want to get the MSQ done. Like, I don't want it to end, but I also, like, want to get it done. I want to see what happens, you know. So I think what I might do is, I do plan on trying to, you know, get all the Fate stuff done. So maybe I'll, like, do a quest, knock out some Fates, do a quest, knock out some, I don't know. We'll see. Is this the one that she was looking at from the cutscene, or was that a different little floaty bit? I think it was a different floaty bit. This one's pretty big.
I present to you Calamelios Zephyros.
That's a name.
Here you will find a number of testing facilities, as well as the observation hub of Poiton Oikos. Right then. Let's begin by... Well, an Arraius. How delightful.
And what, pray tell, is that?
Ah, that's a new species of shark. We approved the concept but a few days ago. Sharks are among the most popular sea creatures. Rare is the day when someone does not submit a new concept. At first, they were largely orthodox, consideration given to such things as size and environmental impact. And then a whimsical someone thought to bestow it with flight, another superior intelligence. And then the floodgates burst. Concepts with multiple heads, or arms and legs, and so on and so forth. It was getting absurd. A part of me wanted to tell them to go away and find something else to create, but in the end I couldn't deny their passion. And here we are.
Who dat? Oh, hello, Vana.
That was too close. Are you unharmed? Well now, if it isn't a pair of familiar faces.
Banar, that we should meet you here.
Yeah, I like her character model. It's really nice.
As I mentioned earlier, the better part of the convocation holds that when we retire is when we return to the star. Well, she is not among said majority. Even after stepping down, she carries on with her work.
What
Banar
office?
is her name, and she is the previous Azem.
Okay.
It has been a while, Thaddeus. You look well.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Selk, I dare say the lines upon your brow have both deepened and doubled in number.
I can't say I'm surprised, but also like, what?
A shame for one so young. You must make an effort to frown less often.
I guess the question then is, because they always talk about, like, we've had Hythlodaeus talk about how, presumably, Azem is always, like, messing with Emmett and stuff. Is that the current Azem, or was it Vanat? This cutscene is making me think it was Vanat.
Easier said than done, thanks to your unruly successor.
Or both of them.
How is he, if I may ask?
I wonder if that line changes depending on the gender of your character.
Incorrigible as ever. Rushed headlong into a volcano on the brink of eruption just the other day. I should be glad to share the tale in its entirety later, if you're so inclined.
Oh, you know I am. Now then, you are? I say, have you perchance come from the future?
What? What?
I do not believe we have ever met, yet I sense my magic upon you. Therefore, if I wove the enchantment, I could only have done so at a later point in time.
I mean that's fair. Busted.
What manner of magic is this, if I may ask?
A traveler's ward, of course. It prevents the corruption of one's ether.
Mm-hmm.
Primals, you say? But I'm not familiar with such beings. But if they enthrall by warping the balance of ether, then yes, the magic would afford you a measure of protection.
Traveler's Ward.
I gather from your question that you are not ignorant to its presence.
Text does change. Okay. Yeah. I thought that feels like
Hold
one of those
on.
instances where it could.
From the future? That's absurd.
I don't know
What
if
is
we
it?
should really be.
Are you unable to speak of the matter?
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
The reality to which you must return exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present.
Watch me.
So, your actions here will not change your history, but they may yet affect the course of ours. How very exciting! I'm quite fond of delving into the unknown, and there's naught more unknown than the future. Until a moment finally arrives, we cannot know for certain what will come to pass, regardless of our supposed foreknowledge. So you needn't worry for us. More importantly, that you should go to such great lengths as to travel unto the past bespeaks the gravity of your quest. Will you not reveal it to us? Mayhap we can be of aid to your cause.
If this is true, then you've been keeping quite the secret to yourself.
I mean, you guys just assumed I was a familiar, and I
As
let
a
you think that.
representative of the convocation, I will hear it all. Your identity, purpose, everything.
You can't tell me what to do. You don't pay my sub. Just tell him no.
Why don't we move to a place more conducive to calm conversation? I've been working here for some days now at an old friend's behest. If it is agreeable, we may make use of my accommodation.
An old
at Waiting
friend.
Quarters.
Okay.
We were meant to meet. I am certain of it. Else I wouldn't have marked you so clearly and sent you unto myself in the past. It's precisely the sort of mischief I would get up to. And quite inspired, if I do say so myself.
She's like, I'm such a scamp. Concept engraved crystal. Yeah, the 8th raid is over there. First, let's go over here. Oh, we got a Coral Regina just chilling over here. Many Coral Reginas. Oh, there it is. I wonder if the oh, what's going on over here? Oh, more cutscenes. Okay. I see the model and I see people lining up. I'm like, oh, hunt mob. The Asms. Coming soon to HBO Max. That should be the name of the Netflix show. If they're the 14 show, they should just do the Azems. Esoteric. Okay. I was wondering if it might be like a job zone or something. That would have been a cool little random thing to throw in there, but too many cooks, too many Asms. Whimsical successor. That's funny. It's like they try and explain fetch quests. It's like, yeah, no, it's because of Zem, and yeah. All right, I think before I jump into this next part, I'm gonna AFK real quick, get a drink, use the restroom. I will be back here in a couple minutes. Alrighty. Got my beverage. We are good to go. I thought this dude's name for a second was Pickles, and I was like, I have so many questions. This is the expansion where everybody gets a nice, oh yeah, you like that? Thank you. Yeah, that's the, same for my pre and post, stream one. I took the, meteor shower from, Shadowbringers. Where is that 8th rain? Let me get that. Seeing dude whose name is not Pickle makes me wonder if there's like a pickling way. Like if there's a pudding way, why can't there be like a pickling way, right? I mean, it's you know, it's like the Dragoon Purple, you know, it's. Yes, I agree. These very hard-looking chairs will be much more comfortable than standing in a meadow. You are correct, Emmett Selk. Yeah, that's the raffle part of the Durg, right? You got to have the raffle. Oh, she's gonna make some tea. Well, that'll make it better. Ooh. We're gonna play this music.
A wonderful aroma. I feel more relaxed already.
Would that I had sweetmeats to offer, but I travel light out of habit.
I love her eyes.
There's plenty of hot water though, so please have as much tea as you like. Now then, will you tell us your tale?
This feels weird. I feel like I'm breaking some rules. As my hands clip through my my robe there. See, if I tell them this, I feel like we named the final days, right? If I say the world has been sundered and broken into shards, I feel like I give her the idea to do that. If I say we're being forced to flee the star, I also might be giving her the idea for that. Oh, time travel, why are you like this? Oh, absolutely. I feel like I shouldn't be saying anything. YOLO.
Why don't you start from the beginning?
Ten hours later.
Preposterous. Utterly preposterous.
Current Asm just like jumps out from behind the curtain. Gotcha! I made this familiar just to mess with you guys.
While not the words I would have chosen, I too have my doubts. Much of it borders on the incredulous. What of you, Vanar?
Not knowing the precise details of the first final days, it is difficult to determine the veracity of the tale. Supposing it is all true, I must ask myself why I would do what I did. Why would I feel I had no recourse but to oppose the 14 and create this Hydaelyn? Circumstances change, of course, but it would not have been an easy decision regardless. No, there must have been a reason. One compelling enough to force me to take such drastic measures. Then there is the Elpis flower, which I said would serve as a guide. That it's of import to your mission is plain, but your presence here leads me to believe that this place also holds significance. But what could it be? What are we meant to accomplish?
Might it not be simply thus? In the future whence he came, the final days could not be averted. Mankind has no choice but to flee the star. By alerting us to that eventuality, perhaps you wish to pave the way for other futures.
Theoretically speaking, it is a possibility. Yet if that were my primary objective, I see no reason to guide our friend to Elpis specifically. The capital and Amarot, or even my own home would be more logical destinations.
True, true. I note also that Hydaelyn did not specify a point in time to which he must return. By this, it may be inferred that it was not critical that we should meet.
Alternately, she had reason to believe that our paths would converge, coincidental though it may seem.
This is quite a puzzle, and we do not have all the pieces.
Hardly any, but we do have one immutable fact. If the final days are indeed as described, they will bring death to all that I hold dear. Yet despite being afforded long years of preparation, the only provisions I could make were for flight. Nay, my first and foremost endeavor would be to find a way to forestall the coming doom.
Given that even the 14 failed, mayhap you deemed it impossible.
Nothing is impossible. This I have always believed. And if Hydaelyn is indeed me, she would believe the same.
Listen to yourself. Are you seriously entertaining the notion that you are a messianic figure in some far-fetched tale? Well, I will not. I refuse to accept that our world could be undone by some unforeseen calamity. I also take offense to my portrayal as a megalomaniacal madman. To sacrifice oneself for the star is a noble act, and I would hold those who gave themselves to this zodiac in the highest esteem. Yet, you claim I recreated Amarot and populated it with phantoms of our people? A bizarre indulgence that would be insulting to their memory. Worse still, I even invited you there. Literally invited my own downfall. Why would I do something so idiotic and inexplicable?
RPG villains, am I right?
Now, I will allow that the hypothetical task of restoring our world would be daunting in the extreme. The thought of having to bear such a burden for 1,000 lives horrifies me. But I would never forsake my duty. I would never forsake my brethren. You do not know me. I've had my fill of your fiction. I will return to my duty, and you will not bother me again.
Zem's outside, like, you just got punked. Wait. No. Okay, he's not there. Never mind.
You've seen much of Elpis already. If you have any observations to share, I should like to hear them.
Behind the bookcase. You didn't see the hidden cameras everywhere?
Ah, yes. The energy distinct from ether. Though not my field, I have a basic understanding of Dynamis.
One long pranked episode, totally, yeah.
And you say Hermes researched the phenomenon in the course of creating Meteon? Yes. I believe this warrants further investigation. With that settled, it is time for action. The missing pieces of the puzzle are here, I'm certain of it. And when you find them, the picture my future self has painted will be complete, and you will have your answer. Now suffice it to say, I will aid you in your quest.
They didn't drink any of their tea.
Have faith. If Emmet Selk is the man Azum described to me, we've not seen the last of him.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I got my shipment info for it. I should have it in the next couple days. I need to reorganize the display case a little bit to make room for that statue, though. I put my registration code into. At some point, I should be getting Mogmail with some of those. Oh, excuse me, some of those items. The mount, the scythe, glamour, and stuff. Pitatar against Xenos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've seen some people start to get them. So they got emails went out last week saying that they were kind of pushed back a little bit and to expect them like around the 10th. But I might have mine even before that. So, yay. Yeah, we gotta go this way for the ramp here. It's interesting that these are the places where they keep all the records and stuff. It gives me just a little bit of vibes from that this Ceruleum Hall over in Mare Lamentorum. Especially with like the little balcony on the back of these towers. It's kind of weird. He's like, I'll rejoice when you die. Like, reconfigure the door. What? He's like, yeah, I'll just turn this into like an elevator or something. That's wild. Take this thing off. It's getting a little toasty in here. Computer's warming the room up.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
I'll be nice.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
I wish, like, you could tell which events they were talking about to get those kind of reactions.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it.
All Hildebrand quests. That's that entire discussion was Hildebrand quests.
Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate. Fate, perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Matea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Let's cut this way. I had to zoom in to see where the cliffs and stuff were. Hey, look at that. It's puppers. That's why Argos was so excited to see us on the moon, because he hadn't seen us for a while. Wait, what? sometimes you can pick up where you left off. The world travel stuff, though, like... Yeah, the login server option, I feel like it doesn't always work for me. Like, it's not always available. So if you're logged in, I would just try and stay logged in, I think, at this point. But like, if you like really want to like check your retainers or something on your home world, then it might be worth trying. Yeah, like the first day, I think I did the world login thing, and like it got me in real quick, which is awesome. But it's not always available, and I am really liking. I mean, I'm sending out my retainers, and my retainers can level up again now, right, with the level cap, and I'm using the items from them to turn in for Grand Company seals to get those new loot box things. So it's like I'll wait for the queue and log in on the home world. I have been completely neglecting my Aether Compass while I've been up here. Yeah, it's okay. I'll do that stuff off stream here in a bit. I'm gonna have to call it a little soon here. I think my wife's got some meetings, so I don't like to stream while she's doing that. Okay, let's beat up Fanat. This feels a little weird, but ooh. I like that. All right, let's turn that back down a little bit. I think that's about where it was. I just cranked it up without even seeing where the volume was before doing that. That's okay.
Let neither side hold back.
Oh, God. She hit me good. Whoa. Wait, what? That hit me? Did I jump too soon? Like here.
My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
It's really interesting too that this music, it's a vocal version of the Charlian theme.
No quarter.
I was trying to I've heard this before. Yeah, it's the Charlian music. Oh, she dancing. Oh, that one might hit me. Oh my god. Alright, calm down. Holy shit. This is insane.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
Yeah, she's like job changing. Interesting.
Prepare yourself.
Oh, I keep...
We've only just begun. Come at me with your all.
Oh, she's changing back to Paladin? God, she's like just 50% now. Like, this is a long fight. Bummer.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Thank God there are a million of these. Shoot. Oh, how many of these are there gonna be? Oh my gosh. Ah, she got one. Crap. Okay, so this will hurt a tiny bit, but I should be fine. Active time event?
Shed your burdens and show me your strength of will.
That's pretty cool. Ooh.
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
That's cool. Having that music just like come up out of nowhere. Oh, it's so good. Love that music.
'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, his strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
All of this will be revealed during the new Final Fantasy XIV show, the Azems. Please look forward to it. Oh, Puppers is ready to go.
I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Oh, no, I'm aware. Future, remember? We know. Never realized, too, it's got the same colored eyes, too. All right, I think as much as I want to keep going, I do need to take a break, get some food. I forget how long we needs are supposed to run, but I'm going to stay logged in. I'm going to stay logged in for sure. So it'll be a couple hours, I think, and I'll hop back on and stream because I really want to keep going with this MSQ. So thanks for hanging out. We'll be back here in a little bit doing more MSQ. How far am I from like the end? Like if you had to like guesstimate a time, I'm curious. Is it like 5 hours, 10 hours? Cause I'm like, what am I? I'm like right before 88. Yeah. Far still. Wow. Alrighty. Well, yeah, I will definitely be making some more progress then tonight because I really want to get this thing done. That's awesome. I'm glad that there's so much stuff though. It's like I want to keep going, but I also want to finish it. Like it's that. Yeah. So that's gonna do it for now. I will be back in a little bit here after lunch and taking a quick break. Maybe I'll work on some Aether Currents and stuff off stream for a little bit. But yeah, the final third. It's good stuff, man. I can't wait to do more. All right. We will see you back here then in a few hours. Thanks for hanging out.